boom, boom, boom.
Are you doing a little bit of George Thorogood there?
It's got that little boom, boom, boom at the end.
Oh,
Oh,
I am glad I started my TV when I did. I had to get rid of the commercial.
that's weird. I didn't get a commercial on mine.
Well, I'm still on a commercial on my dead burn cell phone.
Huh. I wonder if when the commercial goes over, will you go into the intro?
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to hit that button to skip intro, and it'll take you straight to where we're supposed to be at. But if you don't hit that skip button, you'll do the intro and everything.
Okay. I wonder if I wonder why 101 hasn't played any he used to have those little speeches and stuff at Reagan and whatnot.
Yeah,
Wonder why he stopped doing those.
because a lot of people in chat was complaining about it and everything, and
Well,
I think he got a thing from YouTube about it.
oh, maybe
I'm not sure exactly what he said about it, so he just quit playing it.
well, I mean, welcome everyone to live tonight. Is nothing we usually talk about too much because I don't like to talk about this kind of stuff because a lot of people make it into you know fear and all that stuff. Like we're gonna get hit by nuclear bombs and this and that. That to me, that's going to be one
The
of the last
first
things
date is in the
because
house.
we're just
Wait a
worth
minute,
too
wait a
much
minute.
money.
You had Bushbot saying
Oh,
something.
we're just worth too much money. Um, and I did a video today, um, and this is like the second time I've done this video, and because
I have come
the
here
reports
to
came
chew
out
bubblegum
again
and kick ass.
Lisa
about
Anderson's
And I'm
coming
all out of bubblegum.
about how much that China is hoarding their grains and stuff, or I should say our grains,
in. Yeah.
because majority of our stuff goes to them. And then we buy it off of other countries because we can get it cheaper from other countries.
Even
Used
if
to
we
be the
grow
case.
it ourselves.
Used to be the case because when it was cheaper to transport this stuff, it actually made sense to buy wheat somewhere else and then have it shipped over to us. But now shipping is so expensive. It has come down quite a bit, but not to where it was. Um, it used to be in the hundreds for just a container, one container. We'll go that route. It used to be in the hundreds, and then when the shortages and everything came, it went to the thousands and upwards to 10,000, 12,000 for a container to ship from wherever. And that's one major reason why inflation has gotten so bad. The stuff that we get from other countries is costing so much to be shipped.
Well,
And Mr. Potato himself uh, put in new regulations that ships can't emit so much emissions or something like that. So a lot of these cargo ships and stuff had to be refitted and burn more expensive fuel in them because cargo ships actually use the cheapest. It's a crude fuel to run those ships. And now that they're having to use a much expensive fuel for it, yeah, prices go up. But as I said on the video, 69% of the world corn is stockpiled in China. You sit there and think about that. There's a lot of people on this planet, and they have 69% of the corn stockpiled. That's a lot. And it's the same thing with wheat and rice. 58% on the wheat, and 65% of the rice is stockpiled. The world's and it's just hard to believe.
Well, now, answer this right here. Why is other countries telling their citizens to stock up and to get ready when our government ain't said jack shit to its citizens?
Well, to feed China, we'll stick with China. They import majority of their food that they feed their country is imported, meaning that the majority of their food comes from other countries. And why have they been stockpiled? It's not because of the sickness thing, because they've been doing this before this. So what does that mean? It could mean anything, but if you sit there and think about it, if a country is stockpiling a ton of food and resources, it seems like they're getting ready for something.
Exactly.
And if other countries are seeing this and they're telling their people, you need to stockpile food for something that's coming that you may not be able to get food.
Well, now, not only is it stockpiling food, I think, now don't quote me on this, Sweden, they told Sweden to go ahead and build shelters, get shelters ready and stockpile it. So, yeah, I mean, for me to hear that about leaders telling their people to do this, their leaders care more about their people than our leaders do.
Yeah. Oh, but our government agencies say 3 days. Have enough water and food to last 3 days in case of emergencies.
Well, if the government tells you 3 days, you better stockpile for at least a year.
Oh, yeah.
I hate to say it like that, but when it comes to our government speaking the truth, they got no clout nowhere. Chef Kicker's coming in.
Lake Fairy has appeared.
I'm wrong, Lake Fairy. But I mean, it's done got to the point that never mind, because I'm about ready to get you a strike.
Well, don't do that.
No, I don't want to do that. I got to bite my tongue here on that one. But it's just, I got no confidence. It ain't that I'm going to rebel or nothing like that, even though I may not like our laws or our government, I still abide by them. right now.
Happy birthday, Larry.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday. Wait a minute. Hold it. Tomorrow's the 7th.
No, today's the 7th.
Oh, hell yeah. It is, ain't it?
Yep.
And you're 51? Shit, boy, you still wet behind your ears.
Yeah,
But
and I'm not saying this or anything to get people scared or anything, because you shouldn't be scared of something that you can't control. It's something that we can shout all we want at the politicians about doing this and that. Majority of the time, it's not going to help.
well,
Whenever there's something important, I do email, I do call my representatives and let them know that I'm not for, or I am against, for or against or whatever. That's about all you can do with that. But if another country decides they want what we have,
exactly. But it's going to, the way I look at it, it's going to be like this. Y'all may agree, y'all may disagree. But right before it gets extremely bad, I think God's going to come back and get his children. And the ones left here are the ones that's really going to see what hell's like on earth. I really do.
well, but like I said, I would rather everybody had some kind of plan before things would happen.
SHIT.
It's just like we when we go take a trip, we make sure if we got a jack in the car, we got a spare tire, we got a little bit of tools in case we have to fix something.
Get your
And
oil changed.
it's not like we're planning on breaking down on the side of the road. It's just because we're planning in case we break down.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing as what we need to do. And it's just not maybe China. There's other places involved in this. We have a lot of enemies. And
Well,
do you think our fearless
leader,
data head would be able to protect us? He has a hard enough time following the arrows that the Secret Service put on the ground.
mhm.
They even point, go over this way. He keeps going straight.
Yep. Yep.
He shakes hands with invisible people.
I have seen a clip where he's talking to him.
Oh yeah, he's like, and then realize, oh, am I up here by myself? And his wife has to go grab him and walk him to the door.
Well, I ain't got that bad to where my wife has to grab me yet. But now I do talk to myself, and on a good day, if other people are around, I will answer myself to confuse them. But
And I hate to say it because I don't like talking about conspiracy things or stuff like that, but it seems like there are two different versions of the potato. Sometimes it's like, and then sometimes it's like there's nothing there. I don't know if maybe his medicine has to kick in or something. They got him on some medicine or something or it's too strong one day, and he's just like, oh. I don't know. It seems like one day you get feisty potato, and the next day you get Elmer Fudd.
Oh my God, you would have to bring up Elmer Fudd.
Or mixed with Porky Pig. But that's all, folks.
No, it's a personal joke. Me and the wife sitting there watching, Family Feud, and the question was something about Daisy, Minnie Mouse would do if she caught Mickey Mouse cheating on him. And everybody was going, Pluto, Donald, and this one woman comes up and says, call Cinderella. I'm sitting there. Never mind. Cinderella ain't got a damn thing to do with Mickey and Minnie. And I'm starting to holler at the TV, knowing damn good and well they can't really hear me. Thank God.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Sometimes it looks like he's got a little tan, and sometimes it looks like he hasn't been in the sun for a year. I don't know if it's just lighting or whatever, but it's just sometimes it's just you think is that really him?
Sassy cat. I agree with you. I cannot bring myself to watch him do that. I mean,
No.
I don't even like to see the man on TV in a commercial, much less sit there for 5 minutes and listen to him.
What was his major thing that he fought for that said he was going to do when he became president? He said he was going to make sure that there is no more division. And everything he's done since then is the complete opposite. He's, the mega people and the Republicans this and so forth, those and those people them, and he's divided more division than there has ever been.
I do remember years ago when he was going to run for president, he said, quote unquote, he will raise taxes. I do remember him saying that. And now that he is president, as far back as I can remember, that's the only truth that man has ever said. Because not only has he raised taxes, he has raised prices on everything, period.
Well, he says that's the thing that irritates me when a politician says, well, I won't raise taxes on the working class. I won't raise taxes on the poor people. But
Bullshit.
If you raise taxes on the rich people don't give a crap.
No.
They're going to pass those taxes on down to us. So they'll raise the prices of everything so that they cover the tax. So what's that mean? We end up paying it. Not the politicians, not the rich people, but us.
Now, you look at it like this. The working class, people like yourself, me, and everybody else who was in chat or whatever, we are the driving force of America. We are the ones who paid for everything, even the rich people. I think it's only fair for each and every one of us, rich, poor, it don't make a damn, to pay 10% of, what your drawings was for that year. It's only fair. Now, The rich people, yeah, sure, they're gonna pay a hell of a lot more than what we making, but yet it's 10%. It's just like 10% for us. 10% of 100 is $10. You know, and in some cases, there's a lot of people that ain't even got $10 no more. You know,
Yeah. Well, at the end of the month, when everything gets paid,
I prefer to be broke and my bills paid for than to be broke and nothing paid for. You
mhm,
know, there is two types of broke. One is a good broke, and the other one is a piss poor pot broke. That's the way I look at it. And like I said, a good broke is being broke and all your bills being paid. And let's face it, the working class, we're used to it. That's how we've always done it. You know, from the time we started paying taxes up until now. The rich people, now they have no idea what it's like. Well, no, the rich people who were born into it, let me
yeah,
put it to you like that. They have no idea what it's like getting out there and getting your hands dirty. They just hire other people to do it. That's it. Yes. I think what one rules, if they pass the rules or if they pass a rule, I don't think it ought to be for just one side of the people. I think both sides ought to abide by it,
oh yeah, definitely.
but it's not like that. See that
Huh?
in chat?
Oh yeah, I already posted it.
Oh, okay. Yep. Damn, he's coming up early today, ain't he?
Well, we're already in over 20 minutes in already.
That's what I'm saying. He normally don't come up till about an hour from now. He must got something on his mind. He must want to chew me out for something. But I look at it like this. When I'm dead and gone, I ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah, but that's why um, some of the stuff that I put on here, hopefully my kids will go back and look, and hopefully they'll pass it on to their kids and stuff, and say, well, to do this, you do that, and how you preserve food and things like
Yeah.
that. If they keep my channel up after I'm gone, because they usually do. They usually keep your channels up. Because I know a lot of people who has passed on, and their channels are still going
Yeah.
because they can still make money off of it.
If
Of
this
course.
world survives long enough.
Yeah.
No doubt. But, I think the first thing that will go will be communications.
Oh, my hearing's already going, so.
See?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
When,
Where?
who, what, and how.
Anyway, how are you gentlemen tonight?
Oh, not too bad.
I'm pretty decent, even though I'm sitting here in my long johns, I'm fine. I know TMI will
I don't
get
give
over
a
it.
shit, Jeff.
It
I mean, I
wasn't
don't
too
see it.
wasn't too bad today. I mean, weather wise, except when you went outside, it's windy, damp and windy. It's
Well,
one of those gloomy days.
yeah, I was planning on burning today, because I went ahead and got my burning permit and everything. And the whole time I was sitting here, the wind wasn't blowing one bit. As soon as I got up, got ready to
Yep.
get dressed, guess what?
Yeah, I remember
So they killed that.
last Easter, it no wind at all. As soon as I got the smoker out, got the food in there, blowing all over the place.
Yeah.
Ended up had to go get some boards so I can block the wind, and because believe it or not, when you get too much wind, it'll cool down that smoker to where it's harder to cook the stuff that's inside.
Well, good evening, Mary Shea. I hope you've had a great day. She said hello to us three fine gentlemen. Mhm.
I didn't know I was in the ranking for fine.
I didn't either. That goes to show me she ain't been up here that long, huh?
That's what I'm saying. It's like she obviously doesn't watch the show.
No, she's been in here for a while though. I've seen her name quite a few times. I had, and if y'all want me to get into it, it'll have to be in the back room tonight. But I had a very interesting chat with a person last night.
In regards to?
I'll tell you, that right there is where I'd have to tell you in the back room.
Oh,
Milk
No.
and honey. As far as my plan is to get as much stuff growing as I can this year.
Yeah.
And try to find. And I am still looking for property. I got to get my truck working before I get that done now.
It's kind of hard to put a plow behind a truck if it ain't running, ain't it? My wife told me she ain't pulling the plow no more.
Well, look at it this way. If I go get a truckload of dirt, it costs me $35, and that's for real good dirt. It's
$35?
Yeah.
Really? Hell, I'm coming up there.
Fuck.
That's one scoop, which
I
fills
don't
the
care
back
if
end
it's
of my
one scoop
truck.
or not. Like,
Hell
Now,
no, the pickup truck.
if it's delivered, that's going to cost me $100.
Okay.
I mean, when we had the addition done and we had dirt trucked in, I mean, it cost a fuck.
Well, are you talking about a dump truck or, like I said, a truck? My truck.
Like 4 yards of dirt,
Okay, yeah, that's a big difference.
like
Yeah.
dump truck style.
Yeah.
First of all, how many axles did it have up underneath it? 2, 3, 4?
2 axles, but they were both dualies.
Okay, that was a regular dump truck then.
Yeah, just a regular normal one. Peterbilt.
Nope, I haven't started any seeds this year. I think it's going to be a longer winter. Meaning the last frost wise.
Yeah. Well, now, Lazarus said they plan on paying off their house this year. Let me go one step past that. If anybody's got any debt, your best bet, go ahead and pay it off, or do your damnedest to pay it off.
Oh, and another thing, if you have debt, do not refinance now. Your rates will go up.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That's just from experience. Just saying.
Especially if it's getting ready to
Yeah.
change here shortly anyway.
Excuse me.
I didn't do that. Mine would have sounded like a bear growling. That
Sorry, it's
sounded
the
more like a
jacket.
dolphin. That sounded more like a dolphin squealing.
Thanks, fucker.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got some good compost out there that I'll be using. I didn't the leaves. I didn't get as much leaves, unfortunately. Well, it's
Fortunately.
because the tree fell
Oh,
on my
right.
garden, so I lost the leaves. Because normally they would have fell before the leaves or before the end of the year, and then I could have raked them all up in the compost bin. And then I do my normal thing to speed it up. I put the leaves in a trash can and then use the weed eater and mulch them up a little bit. That way I mix it in uh, to the beds or the new beds that I plan on hopefully getting done.
If anybody is living in the county with no restrictions, which that right there, the laws are changing daily. I
Mhm.
would go ahead and start raising chickens. Maybe grab a cow too, like that, because now you got eggs at $1 a piece, $12 a dozen. Good God Almighty! They must be lined with gold somewhere along the line.
Yeah,
But
they said they're going up more than that. That's
yeah,
just um,
it,
now,
but
I don't know how much longer this feed issue thing is going to be going on. I don't know if it's like everybody knows about it now, or they taking whatever ingredient that they put in there, or whatever that thing is. But
now Keto Homestead with Jess says $45 a laying hen where she's at. $45 for a hen.
yeah, that sounds
Well,
about
you
right.
figure what you save in eggs is, if they lay, that is. It's
And this
worth
has
it.
been in '98. I sold laying hens for 25 each.
Hmm.
Mm.
So that's not a bad of a price. The way things are now, 45, that's not that bad.
Hello, heroic prepper.
And you're going to have at least a month or up to a month before they start laying, because chickens, they like their things staying the same. If they get moved to a new location, it'll stunt their laying.
Really?
Yep, they have
I
to get
didn't know
used to
that.
it.
Hmm.
Because
Hello,
old
Melvin.
farmer came asked. He said he has some chickens and asked me if I wanted them, and I said I don't got no money. He said he'll give them to me. He gave me like 30 some chickens,
Good God.
and I said okay, but more than likely I'll end up eating some of them. He said that's okay. He says I'm just too old to, you know. And I
Can't
told
do
him anytime you need eggs, just come down here and help yourself. And he brought the chickens down to me and everything. And I I asked him about 2 weeks later. I said, "There's something wrong with them chickens. They don't lay eggs." And he says they usually takes them a while to get used to their area and used to other chickens and stuff. And I said, I never knew that. And he said, "Yeah, that's old timers know that stuff."
Mm.
Okay.
Well, did they ever lay eggs?
Oh yeah, they. I was selling eggs left and right out of there. Ended up it was just too much in my little area, so I ended up having a barbecue.
I see.
Let's see, what's this?
Yeah, I was just reading that.
What's that?
It's a green screen.
Oh God.
More
bunker shit.
Well, she knows it's not real. She just won't know how to put it up like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, once you like I don't run it through. Well, you can have not animated stuff, but you can change your background in StreamYard. But I run OBS, and OBS runs into StreamYard. So instead of just seeing me through the camera, it sees what OBS is seeing. So like there's a thing called chroma key, and whatever color, it could be blue or pink or whatever. It's usually green or blue. And then you take that color away, and then see, that's what it usually looks like right there. That's my green screen. And then chroma key, it takes the green away, so whatever's left.
Little lone prepper. If that's what you're thinking about doing, it's not going to hurt to go ask. The worst thing he can say is no.
You know, I never understood why in the human psychological side of things, why is it that when people say no, you just it's people act like it's the end of the world. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Like you want some chickens, or you got any chickens for sale? No. You want to go on a date? No. Is that car for sale? No. I mean, people are like act like I don't know. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Sorry.
Bushcraft. Connie Carlo wants to know how big is your bunker?
Oh dear.
But I'm just saying, you know, I may be blowing hot air, but
You
go
always are.
ahead. Yeah, but not like this. Go ahead and start preparing harder. You know, let's say like you've got 6 months stocked up, double it. If you can find you some chickens or pigs or even a cow, a couple of goats, if you got a big enough place to have all of it,
Yeah.
grab it. I think for a cow around here, it's like 2 acres per cow.
Well, you can get away with an acre, but
Well,
you still have to introduce feed to them too, though.
yeah.
Acre with supplements.
Yeah, because
and
you
another
can't
secondary source of food,
you
and then
you
2.5 on grazing.
Yeah, well, even that, you still have to give it feed. Because if not, there's going to be a skinny cow. Because
I'm just stating what I learned when I was on the farm down in
yeah,
Alabama.
because I know places that have 10 acres for a couple cows, and they still give them feed.
Yeah.
They're the little chunk things, and once in a while they'll give them different feed.
How much does a bale of hay go for in your area? $4 or $5?
I'm gonna keep quiet on that.
Bale of hay, they don't do bale hay. They don't do bales anymore. It's the big round things.
We still got people around here that does bales around here.
Oh, not up here. There's too many lazy people. They can't handle that.
What are you talking about? Okay, so Jeff's talking to big round bales.
No,
No,
I'm talking to
around
square
one.
bales.
He's talking
Oh.
to square ones.
Yeah.
We do that up,
Bushcraft,
like everything mid Michigan and up. They do that still.
Yeah, but the
But
majority of it
nowadays,
is
everyone just plops a big. Sorry, go ahead.
it's the big round ones.
yeah.
Yeah, you stick a giant fork on the end of the tractor and you spike it right in the middle. And I remember doing
Yeah.
that shit.
You drop it off in the field, and that's where
Yeah.
they come to eat it.
Yeah.
Dana B, look at it like this. Now I got rice and beans also, but is that what you want to eat every day? Let's say
I
once or
suggest
twice.
not because you're going to be backed up for a good long time.
Yeah. Go ahead and buy you cans of beef stew, soup, if it's possible. Try to buy the cans that are not pop tops.
Another thing, I got to look something up here just to show you the difference in salted versus non-salted stuff. Hold on a second.
Oh, the price? Yeah.
No,
Good
not
God.
price. Quantity.
Debbie pays $10.50 for a square bale. Damn, they've gone up since the last time I bought one.
Yeah. They're $10-12 now. I remember when they used to be
$4.
you could I remember $1.
Now I don't remember that damn far back.
Well, it depends. Are you talking about straw or
I'm talking about what to feed a cow. Okay, I know some do straw,
okay,
some
straw
do
bales are different. You don't that's for bedding and stuff.
right.
And there's I got it out there for the dumb rabbits and I can't remember.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
If I can
Fish
find it,
feed.
if I can find it here, which I most likely won't. Either way, the salted things in cans, like salted green beans,
Right.
salt added in the water. There's actually less green beans in that can than if you were to get the unsalted, because the salt causes the green beans to swell up, and you
Alfalfa.
Oh yeah.
don't
Thank
get as
you,
much.
Jess.
So just thought I'd tell you that to buy the non-salted stuff.
Oh yeah, you can tell the
Because-
difference between the
Well,
shaking them and stuff.
yeah. I mean, buy the unsalted. Buy you a thing of salt. Put your little bit of salt in there as it's cooking. That helps out.
Well, what I'm saying is if people are looking for bang for their buck, realize that when you when you buy the salted stuff, you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It downs the quantity of it in the can because it swells up.
Yeah, I'd
The
rather
non-salted stuff has
can my own though.
more in it.
That's
I'm just
the other thing that I'm going to be looking for this year is better farmers market. Even if I have to drive somewhere, because the farmers market now is just arts and craft crap. There's no
actual
garden
food.
stuff. It's supposed to be a farmer's market.
That's the crying shame. The county I live in, what they call a farmer's market, maybe got 5 stands to it. The type of farmer's market that I'm used to going to is about 3 acres. And you got a variety of everything up there.
Yeah, I watched Jake down there from Nunya, Texas.
Done your business?
They have like farmers market they go to, and they walk forever through that thing because they've recorded it, and you can see livestock and vegetables and just whatever. There's all kinds of stuff. And I go to mine, and there's like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. It takes me 2 minutes to walk from one end to the other, and it's arts and crafts stuff.
Exactly. Now, the type of farmers market like it, cover 3 you better take a damn wagon with you. You know, if you planning on buying stuff, take a wagon, you know, and you may pay a little bit more, but you'll end up getting a lot more. Some people are going there, for example, buy a pound of apples. Hell, turn around and buy a bushel of apples, you know, like that.
Yeah.
You can make applesauce with it. You can sliced apples to make apple pie with or whatever, you know. I mean, think about your future. Think how it would be to have lived back in the 1800s, you know, when there wasn't what you call a grocery store.
Well, that's how they did the same thing. Town squares where they came and set up.
And they done it what, once a week?
Yeah. Well, some depending.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes it's once a month or something like that, or you know, fair time.
Yeah. Now I remember my daddy saying when he was coming up, they'd get on the back of the truck and go into town once a month. That's when they bought the flour, their sugar, and it was some other stuff that they couldn't grow. But everything else, they grew, you know, and they grew enough to last a year until next season.
Yeah, that's why I said I used to get my eggs every week down to the farmers market.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're not selling our eggs anymore. We're putting them back. We're canning them and stuff. I'm like, wow.
Well, I'm like, after seeing a whole bunch of people up here on YouTube and it getting drilled in my head, don't buy stuff and set it back and wait for shit to happen. Rotate that. Rotate it. The oldest stuff comes to the front. The new stuff goes to the back. Because what's the point in buying that much stuff and it go to bad? Rotate it and keep it well stocked.
Well, depending what it is, it's even if the date goes bad. I've ate stuff that's been 4 or 5 years old. As long as the can is not all
dented or
rusted or bloated. And you can get little tabs if you're really concerned about what you're eating or what you're about to eat. There's little tab paper testers that you can put in to see if it's got botulism.
Yeah, that's true too.
Now, majority of the time, I'll look at it and it looks fine. But then again, it all depends how you store it and how you open it and stuff like that. I see people when they're doing these cooking things, they'll get their can and they'll shake it up like this and then open it up and dump it in. And if there was anything bad in that, you just mixed it all in there. Because a lot of times, like them pop tops, once you pop that top, you can look at the top of it, and if there's stuff on the bottom of the lid or something floating on top of your green beans or whatever, then it's bad.
See, I didn't know that until you showed a video of it. 4 or 5 months ago?
Yeah.
When you opened up a can of something and it was spoiled. It's like those juice boxes that a while back ago. It got to the point people were cutting them open and pouring it in a glass, and you could see uh, goop falling out off the bottom of it, going in there. And their youngins were drinking that. Think about that.
Wonder why they were getting colds and belly aches all the time. The thing is, it's all convenience to have those little juice things instead of having a thing that costs like not even a tenth of what those things cost.
Yeah.
To have a jug of juice to pour in a cup.
Now, Alvin Smith said, I live in the gloom side of the state. I'll put it like that. They don't get their stuff from farmers. They get their stuff from the grocery store. Now, let me say something to this right here. Even though the biggest part of them gets their stuff from a grocery store, I will still go 50 miles, maybe 70 miles to a good farmer's market. But when I go, I don't get a bag of this and a bag of that and call it quits. My trunk gets loaded down. And I have gone to the mountains to buy stuff and come back with it.
Well, Jeff, not everybody can actually go out of town and stuff to get their stuff. There are still a lot of people live in the cities that have apartments and stuff like that. And it is a lot rougher for those people to be preppers. They have to think a different way than what we do. We have a house that we can put stuff in a basement or a spare room or something. Apartments, you got your living area and everything's condensed in it. You have to think outside the box, like putting stuff under your beds and higher shelves and things like that. And
well, now that right there had never entered my mind until I seen somebody else in our group mention something about that. And then I've started doing that. And I found out, hey, I got more space than nothing I had. You know.
Yeah. Even though I hate the show because it gives prepping a bad name, is Doomsday Prepper. The show, they did have some things on there that was
interesting,
pretty good ideas and stuff like that. They put their beds on stilts to where their bed went up another foot, and they could get 2 more cases of canned food under their beds.
Damn, if our bed goes up any higher, we're going to have an elevator. I mean, here it is. Let's round it off. I stand 6 foot. Okay. I practically have to jump up in my bed. And when I do sit on my mattress, my feet's about a foot off the floor. And if I don't watch it, when I get out of the bed, when I first wake up, my ass is sliding off the bed in the floor.
Yeah, I've got mine up. It's probably a higher one. And then I've got a actual futon mattress on top of my mattress.
We got a king size bed. And the way it is, it's kind of got the great big thick mattress on it. I'm going to say an 8-inch, maybe 12-inch mattress sitting on top of box springs. Okay. Now, if I take the box springs off of it, I could probably sit down on the bed. But the reason I wanted the bed like that is because the bed I did have, my knees was above my head when they was on the floor, and I had a rough time getting out of bed on that. You know, But that's what I wanted. That's what I got. And now I'm going to take the box springs out and throw them out the damn door. I hate
Yeah,
them.
I seen somewhere that somebody built boxes, and there were nice looking ones, and it was the size of a case of whatever green beans or corn or something, and they stacked them up to about 4 or 5 high, and they slid this box over top of it, and that turned into their nightstand, and they would have their lamp on there and
I've seen that.
their radio and stuff, and the box that they made was real nice looking. They varnished it and stuff, and it had details carved into it and whatnot. And I'm like, that's a really good idea. I mean, unless you knocked it over and there's food in there, you would never know that was there was food under there. And that's
Yeah.
that's the kind of things
Well,
you
now,
need to you think about to where you can store food at. You look around your house and see a corner, and then where can I disguise this food or these jugs of water to make it look like something else?
yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
And then there are people out there that don't care what their house looks like they're not trying to hide it or anything. They'll have stuff stacked up to, as they say, the rafters of boxes and cases of stuff.
I'll be back in a minute.
I actually have, the tubs. I'll store certain stuff in there that pretty much got a 10-year lifespan, like the rice and different things. And I'll store them in there, and I'll flatten the bags out to where it flattens real good. And I have another tub. I'll have like stuff that I dehydrated that won't last as long.
Is that refrigerated or not?
No, not if it's dehydrated. You don't have to refrigerate it. Just got to make sure it doesn't go over 75 degrees. Because at 76 degrees, that's even your canned food and the stuff you can, it starts deteriorating. Um, even if you get like a nice pretty can of green beans that you've canned, it's nice and clear and everything, but if it gets over that 75 degrees, it'll start getting foggy.
What'll get foggy?
The jar, the
Really?
inside of the jar will get foggy and start getting murky and stuff like that, because there's that sweet temperature. Anything above freezing and under 75 degrees is where you want to store your food at. A lot of times people like chicken, afraid to say it, but chicken looks icky as hell when you can it after it's been canned. It just looks icky. Sometimes hamburger does too. Um, but majority of the stuff,
Hamburgers due to the grease, though.
well, you can. There's different ways. You can just stick it in there raw. The only thing is, I don't like doing it that way because it's like a clump of hamburger. It's like real hard clunk. So I like to pre-boil it, strain off the 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 oil and stuff, then put it in a jar. Um, some people put beef broth back in it or just leave it the way it is. But I don't like doing it raw because it's just a hard clump when
Well,
you,
you
you
gotta
try to dig
cook
it
it.
out. Huh?
You gotta cook it.
Well, it cooks when you can that's like chicken, pork, or whatever. You can put it in there raw. It because it has to go for an hour and a half under pressure, so it's cooked when it gets done.
Hmm.
It's just the fact that everybody has a different preference. If you can do it, you can do it raw, or you can like ground beef. I like to not cook it fully, but I
You
like
halfway cook the hamburger or the raw meat, and then you put it in a jar, and then you do what you do.
yeah. But you don't have to. You can do it raw because
Yeah.
by the time it gets done, that hour and a half, it's well cooked.
I just I don't trust it. When I do it, like I've always cooked it at least a little bit.
Now
I've
chicken
done
chicken I usually do raw.
Hmm.
I'm kind of like 101. You know, if to me, chicken is something you really don't play around with, and
Hey, Casca.
kind of like pork. You know, that's something I don't play with. I will like my hamburger. I'll cook it about 3/4 the way done. My chicken, I'll boil it. You know, to where it is done. And then I'll take it off the bones, put it in the jar, and I'll pressure cook it. You
Yeah,
know,
see,
what, 90 minutes?
yeah. How long? Okay, how long do you cook a piece of chicken before it's done? Do you cook it for an hour and a half?
Now, who we talking to?
Anyone? Do you cook? You got a chicken breast? Do you put it in the oven? Do you cook it for an hour and a half?
No,
What happened if it's cooked an hour and a half in the oven?
fair enough.
God, yeah.
Yeah,
Burnt.
I see.
and you got to realize that you're cooking um, inside of a jar for an hour and a half under pressure at over 200 degrees. I think it is 225.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
But now, when it comes to meats, I don't care what it is, it's 90 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is in a quart jar. Okay,
Anything that
75
doesn't,
minutes if it's in a pint jar.
if it doesn't have that acid in it,
Right.
you can introduce acid in there too, lemon juice.
Now, my chicken, I'll put chicken stock in there. You know, a hamburger or something like it, I'll put beef stock, depending on what type of meat I do. It's going to depend on what type of stock I put in. And sometimes I'll just put water in it, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what chicken. You don't have to put anything in there. You just put chunks of chicken in there,
Yeah.
sealed up, and by the time you get done, it'll be full of chicken broth.
Well, now, when I put chicken in the jar, I'll fill it up maybe a quarter of the way because the juices in the meat is going to come out and go in there. And if you've got a quarter uh, of water or stock in there, you know, the time it gets done, it's going to be full.
Oh yeah, it's usually full anyway.
Yeah. But it's like this. My meats, if it's a quart, I go 90 minutes. If it's a pint, I go 75. My vegetables, depending on what type of vegetables I got in there, is going to depend on how long I pressure can it. That's where your books come in because depending on what you pressure canning is going to depend on how long you do it. And I know some of it you don't have to do but 20, 25 minutes. Some you do about 30 minutes. You know, and that's where your books come in, because you can refer to what you're canning and how long it takes to can that type of vegetable.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, if you can squash, the only thing that squash is going to be good for is casseroles. Don't think you're going to can it and pull it out and fry it. It ain't going to happen.
No. Once you put water in it, that's
Yeah,
done.
it is. But now the wife can make a mean ass damn squash casserole. Okra, you can make pickled okra. You can okra, but then again, once you can it, you can't fry it.
Oh yeah. Well, you kind of could, but it wouldn't be worth it because you could dehydrate it and then fry it.
Now, I have not done the dehydrating.
But I wouldn't want to bother with that. That's just too much work.
Now, I done mushrooms the other day, and I done one green bell pepper. That's all I had. I had to throw the other one away. They done got mushy. But yeah, your jars that you put jam in, that's what I put my bell peppers in. And hell, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't enough to really dehydrate that.
That's how you know you're in the South, is when you use the word mushy instead of mushy.
You pronounce it your way, I pronounce it my way. I've been doing good this long.
Yeah, that's where there's off there.
The fuck was that?
Cat, he decided he wanted to pass out on my keyboard, and then all of a sudden
sound
things
effect.
just dropped.
Yeah, it's a sound effect. Sound like a foghorn.
Oh, was it?
That's what, ain't that what it sounded like to you, 101?
Yeah.
Probably hit a hotkey somewhere.
Hey, let the cat back up there. Maybe he can find some.
No.
It sounded like me belching.
Yeah, see, with peppers, I do them different ways. I'll parboil them and then strain them off, dry them off, and freeze them. Put them in a vacuum seal them and freeze them, just enough for a meal. And then if I got a big batch, then I'll dehydrate them.
Well, now
If
I'm
it's
planning on.
like something pepper that I can use for like paprika,
Yeah.
since I have my smoker now, I'll smoke them and then I'll dehydrate them and then I'll grind them down into powder for spice.
Do you know I got a smoker out there in the building? I've had it, oh God, a good 5 years, and I have yet to use it. I don't know how to use a smoker.
Oh, those things you can't beat them.
But
So far, I've smoked a ham, some ribs,
man, don't talk about ribs.
baked beans,
Now,
tenderloin.
wait a minute. Hold up. How do you smoke beans, for one thing?
Like anything else. What I do is I make up my baked beans, and then I'll stick them in the smoker, and then go out there every 30, 45 minutes and stir them up. And
Okay, so you cook them first
yeah,
before you okay. I know that may be a dumb question to some, but I've never heard of smoking beans.
oh, smoked baked beans. Oh man, that good stuff. You use that mesquite wood.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right. Damn, I need to move back to the city.
Are you stupid?
No. See, I am the only one in this area. I got no family around here, and I really don't have no friends around here. My brother, he knows how to smoke. He's been trying to get me to smoke, my foods and everything. I don't know how to do it. My son, I don't know if he's done it or not, but he's talked about, like you said, ribs and steaks or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not the type of person that could look at a book and tell how it's done. I have to be showed the first couple of times.
Yeah, the one I got, it's electric one, and you put it has a little cubby thing that you put wood chips in, and it has a cover that goes over top of it, and then it has another thing that you can put like apple juice in there or just water, and you start that thing up, and it starts smoking like crazy, and um, get it to the the temperature you need to, and just keep an eye on it, make sure it stays at that temperature.
Now, the one I got's not electric. It was a gift to me. And hell, it's still in the damn box.
Oh, that's one thing I like that. I would love to have a freeze dryer.
Oh, I would too. But
They're
I can't afford one.
expensive.
Yeah.
You ain't
Yeah.
kidding. I wish y'all would quit hitting people with my farts. I don't want them to die right yet. Oh, Lisa Anderson just slapped herself with one of my farts.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Wait, she did that to herself?
Yeah.
What kind of weird shit you into?
I was fixing to say, well, she must be weird to do stuff like that.
That's a whole new level of bullshit.
Yeah, you sit there and think of what would be say that a country wanted to take us over, but they wanted to keep everything whole. What would be the easiest and fastest way of doing it? You don't want to go and toss a bunch of bombs and stuff, because that's just destroying stuff. I mean, there'll be those areas like military places that would get hit first, but to me, the fastest and easiest way, and I've had videos on this last week and the week before about EMPs. EMPs knock out the grid and let so-called Mother Nature take its course. Because when I read that 90% of the population would be wiped out in a month.
If we're lucky.
Wow, that's a lot of people. And then it goes down from there. And then the only ones left is the ones who have been prepared and those who can protect what they have.
That's like 2%.
So you'll have the gangs and the marauders or whatever you want to call them that'll be out there taking.
Yeah.
And then you have all the death and decay that's out there that you have to survive. Because there's not going to be somebody out there going around burying 90% of the population.
That's true. And you don't have no backhoes or no heavy equipment to run.
No.
You may have some backhoes, but they ain't the backhoes you're looking for.
Oh, we call them flatbackers around here.
Oh, we call them back alley hose here.
Just make sure if you grab a hold of one, there's no electric fence around.
Yeah, I heard not too far down the road from Jeff's place, their whorehouse down there went out of business, and they had a sign out front
Oh,
said, "Beat it, we're closed."
no, that wasn't the whole house. That was where the guys go to donate. And the sign on the door said, "Beat it, we're closed." Yeah. Yeah, my God.
Anyway.
Yeah, really, thanks. That's unusual. We got three of us up here and it got quiet. That
I know,
normally
right?
don't
It's
happen.
weird.
The YouTube show reported that. Well, I just did a video on that. Well, actually, I've done multiple on there. It's went up since the first time. It was for corn. It was in the 50%
Yeah.
of the world's, and then this last report that they done it up. And of course, they're lying about it. They say, "Oh, we're not storing that much."
Well, see, that's about what I was saying. Other countries is telling their citizens to do this. But now, if we start doing this, we get made fun of and the whole 9 yards. And,
Yeah.
we are the ones causing the pandemic. Well, let me tell y'all something real damn quick. A prepper don't do this shit in a week or so. It takes years to do it.
Everything I got is taking 10 years plus.
That's what I'm saying. And for y'all to sit there and tell us that we're the cause of it, your ass needs to back the hell up and take a good damn look.
Yeah. Well, you can tell the difference between when somebody goes in and buys 20 packs of toilet paper and a bunch of water. What are they going to eat?
They're going to eat fried toilet paper.
Smell that?
Or
smell of fried
ramen
biscuit.
noodles. A bunch of ramen noodles. And
dude, it's literally flour and water.
Yeah,
Now,
there's not much in the it's going to fill
I mean,
you
it's
up.
fine if you don't know what to have for dinner one day, but
Oh yeah.
Well, now hold on.
The point of ramen noodles is to put shit with it. Like, you know how they crack an egg in there, they put all this other stuff
The
with
vegetables and yeah.
Well, now down here, when you see a young person buying a bunch of ramen noodles, that dude's in college. To begin with, okay.
Yeah.
The time he or she gets out of college, they can't even stand to look at a cup of ramen noodles. So when I see somebody coming in Walmart or somewhere like that, and they buy a couple of cases of ramen noodles, the first question comes out of my mouth is, "What college do you go to?"
I've got ramen, but I haven't had a ramen in probably 4 years. But it's there.
Need to be what Sniffer posted.
Yeah. You sit there and think about it. how long could you live on ramen?
Yeah, but look at it like this. How much salt does ramen noodles have in it? How much sugar does it have in it?
Not a
You
lot of
know,
sugar, actually.
Well, they,
It's more
okay.
flour, water, and salt.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think a person could live off of ramen noodles for a year and survive.
Oh
you
no.
can't.
And I see, because the normal thing everybody says beans and rice for prepping.
You gonna eat that?
There's so much other stuff that you need for to be healthy. Look what happened to sailors coming across the ocean. A lot of them died of scurvy because they didn't eat anything with vitamin C. And
Well,
there's
see,
other vitamins that you need. If you don't get them, your body breaks down.
canned fruit. I
Yep.
mean, damn, go out and buy canned fruit. I know it's expensive, but it's going to help you. Buy your cans of beef stew, uh, chili beans. Lord God, I hope nobody sleeps with you. But, you know, look on the bottom shelves. A can of corn is what, 88 cents at Walmart. Their
Oh,
brand.
don't
Well,
go to Walmart.
but see, that's the bad thing. Okay. Canned food, I'll go to Walmart for. But for the simple fact is, you can buy their brand a lot cheaper than you could Libby's or something like that. You know, in the case. You can't do that with Food Line.
Well,
Or
I don't know about Food Line, but even Bueller's over here, it's the most expensive store you can go to.
see, we don't
They
have it.
they have sales. If you pay attention to the sales, they have 3 for $1 for cans,
Okay.
and it's not no off brand. It's the name brand stuff.
See, we don't
Go
have
to
it.
Aldi's. Aldi's has it's usually around 55 to 60 cents a can for vegetables. Fruit, unfortunately, I don't get the fruit there because it's pop top cans. I usually go to a dollar store to get
Exactly.
that kind of stuff because it's in a can that's sealed.
Well, now, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, Ollie's, Big Lots, they sell food. You know, you can go, you got to shop around, straight up, plain and simple. Okay. Just because I say Walmart, you know, you may not like Walmart. You may have, let's say, like Bushcraft, you says, a Bueller's. We don't have one around here. So that's out of the question. A person has just got to shop around and find out who's got the cheapest when you get paid. And okay, Dollar Tree now, they've gone up $1.25. You buy 12 cans. That's going to be what?
Some things.
Yeah. But that's going to be, I'm going to say after tax and everything, about $14. That's still cheaper than Food Line or Piggly Wiggly or Winn-Dixie, you know, like that. You just got to shop around, find out who's got deals going on.
Yeah, let me see here.
But now, you know, you can go to Sam's Club. The bad thing about Sam's Club is you got to buy quantity. If you're stocking up, bingo, there you go.
You don't got to buy quantity at Sam's. I buy a lot of like one of something.
Now, I've never really walked in Sam's Club or nothing like that. You know, I
It's not
thought
like you're buying it by the pallet, bro.
well, now I know not by the pallet, but I'm thinking like a case. You know, you have to get it like the case or something like that.
I see.
You know,
This is Dollar Tree. This is just their canned food. Which I don't know why the bag of beans is there, and these are whole cans. They're not pop tops. Majority of them. $1.25 for ham. These are the big
Julian.
cans of soup. This I wouldn't buy. Fruit cocktail because I just went and got some of this.
Oh, something else. Buy
Yeah.
cans of stuff that you would eat raw. Also, you may not have power to cook it.
Olives are pretty good for you too.
Yeah.
And I usually buy this stuff because it's cheaper.
Well, you can warm that up and drink it straight. You know, that's good for you, especially if you got a cold.
And the good thing about getting it from Dollar Tree is you order it and pay for it right then and there, and you don't have to pay for shipping because when it comes to the store, you go, they'll send you a thing saying it's there at the store, and you go to the store and tell them that your order's there, and they'll go back there and bring it out on a cart and load it in your car and everything for you.
Sure.
I don't let them do that because I'll carry it out myself and do it myself, but usually they'll offer to do it for you.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Harvest Mary Moon, you say you know where you can get smoked and cured ham? I like to know how much
where
and
can
where
you?
at. Yeah.
At the store?
Right.
She didn't say which store.
Oh,
It's like the way she put it, it's like a discount place. I'd like to know where. Because by God, I'd make a damn day trip to go get some. Yeah, I know there
yeah.
ain't no place around here.
You can get boiled peanuts. People think, "Oh, boiled peanuts," but they're not that bad. You can get them in a can. They last a good while.
My brother turned me on to some of them right there. Boiled peanuts,
Yeah.
they are off the hook. They that damn good. And yes, I said off the hook. Anybody got a problem with that? Email 101. But if you got a family, stock up for a family.
Oh,
Stock up for like 1 or 2 people. Like it. And if you are as old as me and my wife are and got youngins, you know, they don't live with us no more. But something like this happens, we're going to all be together. So go ahead, throw a little extra in there. You know you're going to anyway. You know you can't turn family away like that. So, you know.
Oh yeah, I like um the spicy ones.
Them I don't.
Oh yeah, you can get a little bit of Cajun mix in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, them things are good.
I see.
I've had garlic ones too that are really good.
I'm not seeing the garlic ones. But before they started selling boiled peanuts in cans, I made my own. You know, I'll throw, let's say, a half a pound in a pot and boil them. And I'm going to say for a pound of peanuts, you'll put 1/4 cup of salt to it. Don't keep adding, because when that water cools off, as it's cooling, the peanuts is going to soak that salt up in it. I think
Yeah, we used to make the paper logs. You pack a bunch of paper into a tube,
Yeah.
some sawdust into it there too, and just keep pounding that in there. Make really good
Now, when I done
paper
that for the
logs.
first time, I would wet my paper and then roll it up like that, and then set it out and let it dry out.
All this we put it in a metal tube and squish it down in there and take another pipe, a flat pipe, and ram it down to where it compacts it.
Yeah,
To make fire logs?
Yeah.
Now I've heard people doing that, but I've never done it.
Yeah. If you can get newspapers or advertisers. I've been known to get a truckload of advertisers and do that.
Read what Regina S. posted. You can answer that question a little bit better than I can.
It depends on the peanut butter. If it's all natural stuff, the healthy stuff, it doesn't last as long because of all the oil in it. Because if you look at the healthy stuff, there's oil at the top of it, and we all know what oil does. It goes rancid. So unfortunately, the other peanut butter that's not very healthy for you, it's got the sugar and all the salt and stuff in there. It's got all the preservatives in there that it actually lasts longer than the healthy stuff.
What is that other type of peanut butter? What? I can't think of it, but I want to say it starts with an N.
Oh, Nutrello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
That's hazelnut.
can you stop that back for a while? And if you can, how long?
Depends how much oil's in it.
Okay.
And that's how I like to do my pancakes. I like peanut butter on mine.
Mm. The only thing I like in my pancakes is either bacon or pineapple. And if I'm just waking up from a hangover, sometimes maybe both.
Yeah, unfortunately, that butter is very expensive right now. So
I've made peanut butter.
no butter to make ghee.
Oh. How much is a pound of butter now? Ballpark estimate. I know that they've gone up
Yeah, around $5.
for a pound.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's the cheap stuff at Walmart, which is a lot of water still in it.
Well, now when you make ghee, don't you separate all that to begin with?
Yeah, but you don't want to pay that extra money for water.
Well, that's true. Just go kill a hog and save the fat.
Well, that's not how you make butter. Butter is made from milk, cream.
Well, I found something out I did not know. Regular lard will go rancid if you let it sit long enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like anything else. You actually can it, and
Okay.
It'll last longer than just regular. And you still have to filter off all the
Good God,
other
Harvest,
stuff.
$12 for 2 pounds of Amish butter.
Yeah, that's about right. $6 a pound for that. It's actually a bit more than that for Amish up here. Unless you get it from an Amish.
We live in the chicken capital of North Carolina. They don't even sell chicken livers around here. You got to go 3 counties up to get good chicken livers.
I don't think that's a thing too much anymore because of the stuff going around.
That was before all this ever come
Oh,
about. You know, now, yeah, every once in a while, I love to sit down and have chicken livers.
I
I can
don't
make
like
a
liver.
meal. I can make a meal off of that myself. I'm not too crazy about beef liver no more.
I like gizzards though.
Man, when I had teeth, I could eat the hell out of gizzards. And now I can't, all I can do is chew on one about all day.
Has left the building.
Now, wait a minute. Who said that? Oh, okay. He has left the building and heading to the building. That sounds about like him.
Yeah, Swiffer, but heavy cream is about more than the actual butter is now.
Bobby, no.
Yeah, I don't like the liver. I'll eat the gizzards though.
Did 101
You
fall asleep?
bread those
Still
things
here.
up and fry them up. Oh man, those things are good.
I just don't have a comment.
Damn, that's a first.
I know, right?
You may need to go to the doctor.
I was just there today.
There you go, 101.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah.
Oh my
Ow!
God. Damn. I wonder what his
I felt that.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come
right
here.
foot was.
Come here. Yeah.
Yeah. He ate that up literally face.
You mean she? Well, it's
I
hard
don't
to say
care what it
nowadays. I
was.
don't know.
You know, that's a crying shame when you look at a person and you don't know what to call it, a he or she anymore.
Or they
It's a he she.
get offended if you call them one or the other. There you go, Jeff.
That smoke.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know exactly where that place is. Matter of fact, when we go to the mountains, that's where I go. That's between Jefferson and West Jefferson. That's
Wouldn't that
just
be?
like, what's the Ashe County cheese? Y'all pull that website up.
What did you just say?
Ash, ASH,
Oh, okay.
not ASS.
I'm like, Cass County cheese. I don't know if I want any of that cheese.
Some of it smells like that, but
Ass cheese.
Oh man.
Ash, ASH.
Okay. They wouldn't make too much money. I don't think so.
This place, they take you on a tour of how butter is made, how cheese is made, and so forth like that. And then you'll step into the store that they got.
Yeah,
And
they have us down here at the Amish
do they?
place. Yeah, they have some really good cheese. It's expensive, but
Yeah.
you see what it comes from the cow in there, and you see it made and everything.
Yep.
And they actually have some of the old fashioned butter churns. If you ever seen one of those,
Dude, my daddy
No.
had one.
wooden ones.
Yep. With the
Yep.
knob in it. Yep. When
We
I
need
was
that
younger,
bear translator.
hardy, har, har. Yeah, when I was a youngin', guess who made the butter once or twice? After that, I'm not doing it. What life? Do you? Oh, that's Mount Airy. Okay, okay. I'm not familiar with Mount Airy.
I remember I was supposed to be churning the butter, and my thought was it's a pretty breezy day, and I'm already underneath a tree, and I see this branch that's moving like this, and I'm like, hmm.
Oh
So
no,
I tie a rope around the
stick.
the I don't churning stick, whatever it's called, and tie it to the branch, and it's going up and down. So I decided to go get my cane pole and go fishing. Um, my grandpa's running down a thing, and he has the end of the stick that evidently got pulled up into the tree and lost all the milk or the cream. And he's running over and swearing up and down. I'm running around. He's chasing me around the pond. Oh man. I never did that again. I stayed there and churned that butter.
Hey Chuck, welcome to the big top.
Hey Chuck, how's it going?
Oh, you talk about? Damn, I didn't know Pennsylvania had a Mount Airy up there.
Had a what?
Pennsylvania's got a Mount Airy. Well, here in North
Oh.
Carolina, we also have a Mount Airy.
I thought you said mountain area.
Mount Airy, isn't that where you go to fart, Jeff?
No, I don't want to kill the people down below me. I got to buy me some jars and sell.
I knew what he was referring to. Oh my God, Jeff. No, you're not gonna. Thank you, Bushcraft.
He wants to.
Well, I'm wondering, would the jar explode?
If you farted into it?
Yeah.
No.
Well, then
Well,
I
you
can
got
put
a
some
little,
on-
maybe under heat.
It wouldn't. Yeah, it would
The
explode.
temperature
Anyway.
shock.
The bad thing about it is you can't can it because the kitchen will blow up.
Oh, this you hear about that TikToker that had Diet Coke and was pouring baking soda in there and sealing it up real quick.
Oh shit.
And he was making videos of these. They had the cops were called about all the explosion noises and stuff, and they went back in this apartment complex and found a bunch of shredded plastic all up in the trees and stuff, and found out who it was, and he ended up it was a actual federal offense.
Really?
Yep.
Wait, what? Federal offense for what?
Because he was making a
Homemade boom boom.
yeah.
So what does that make all the Coke and Mentos videos on YouTube then?
It don't go boom.
If
It can go boom.
if you
put
seal
top
it
on.
and it makes the noise, and that's an explosion.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. Hold it. I got a challenge for people. And don't say nothing, Bushcraft. Go buy y'all a cheap bottle of ketchup. Take it home. And it's got to be done in the backyard. Don't do this in the house now. Put you a tablespoon of baking powder in there. Put the top on it real fast and toss it. And then run and watch what happens. But then again, you could just hold it and not put the top on it.
Well,
That's
that's the idea of what you usually do. You
Yeah.
put baking soda in there and then seal it, because everybody always shakes the the ketchup bottle, and then when they do, they go.
Uh-huh. I told my grandson to do
Hey,
that.
Robert.
Outside. He did it, but it wasn't outside. His mama chewed my ass out up one side and down the other. And I was laughing.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So,
Look, Grace Johnson, you can do it in somebody else's backyard.
What do you-
So
what do you
hold on a
got
minute.
planned for tonight?
Hold on a minute. We've gone from ass cheese to
Not ass cheese,
I know. We've gone from that to
Mom.
Jeff's ass being chewed out. Why?
Because my grandson put baking soda in a bottle of ketchup in the house.
Anyway, what were you saying, Bushcraft?
What do you got planned for tonight?
Whatever.
Being the support for others, even if it's the small things. Mentally, physically, prepping wise, in every sense. Because the little things matter. Because if you end up forgetting the little things, that's what's going to bite you in the ass later.
Well, that's where I think family comes together.
Well, that's
What
where
one
I'm
may
going to go
forget,
with.
another one may have.
Jump up here.
And besides that, you write a list down of what you need and split it. You know what? You need to preach that. Preach what I say.
What?
No, let's don't go there tonight.
Sorry, Sir Jack and Coke.
You starting to take stock in a little bit of Jack here lately, ain't you?
Yeah, I had to finish the bottle.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. It was sitting on the desk from the other night, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it. There was only a little bit left.
Now, Bushcraft, is that you squeaking or is that the white one squeaking?
You don't see the cat sitting right there?
Yeah, I see the cat, but I can't see his mouth.
Meow.
No, you scared him off.
Oh,
Damn it, Jeff.
No, that wasn't me that meowed. That sounded like a 101's meow.
Maybe.
Well, Bushcraft with all them sound effects, who's to say he wasn't hitting the meow button over there?
Well, the only meow I have is a lion and a tiger.
The MGM line.
A lion and a tiger.
Oh, speaking of which, I gotta pull that up. Oh, hold on a minute. This is gonna be funny. You had to, didn't you? Sorry, my computer's slow.
What else is new? We've been knowing that for months now.
All right, let me know when to
When?
play it.
You want a job on my show?
Hey, don't put the universe's words in my mouth, okay?
Well, I suppose I could talk to them, see if they'd go for it.
Why wouldn't they? I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest idea in show business.
When I grow up, I want to stick my head through a circle at the beginning of movies and roar.
I killed it there a second too early, but he was like, he went to go roar, and he's like, "Yeah, what now, bitches?"
Oh, no. That's just like a kid, ain't it? Uh-oh. Lisa Anderson just slapped Bobby with one of my farts. Damn. You trying
Well,
to kill people, Lisa?
Your farts have been going around, haven't they?
Yeah, ain't they though?
You know, they're saying that there's going to be 180,000 people dead from that earthquake in Turkey and Syria.
Jeff, did you make a trip to Turkey and Syria lately?
If I did, it was in my sleep. I don't know nothing about it. I know nothing.
I know nothing.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a lot, though.
Yeah, it is. Now, from what they have showed on TV, the building that collapsed, was that an apartment building, an office building, or what?
There's lots of them. Whole cities are crumbled.
Well, now the only one I've seen or paid any attention to, it looks like just one building has fallen. I have not watched the news kept up with it or anything else.
There are over 7,000 people that's passed already.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
And like I said, it's probably more than that now every time it goes up.
Within a week, ain't nobody alive going to want to be in that city.
The record-breaking Biden economy.
That's record breaking, just maybe not the ways they thought.
Well, you got to look at it like this. Our
Where do we
president
get these numbers from?
Has broke a world's record.
For what?
World's record. He has committed more chaos in 2 years, and I think all the presidents together have, because he has brought back plagues from way to hell back then, brought back the 29 economy crash, and so forth like that. That's what he needs to be wearing.
Well, this is his thing here. 2 strongest calendar years of job growth in history.
Bullshit. I would tell him that to his face.
Yeah, but the thing is, everything was shut down because of you know what.
Right.
So he's gauging it from there, which is not fair. This next one, the lowest unemployment rate in over 50 years.
Bullshit.
Manufacturer
Rebounded at
fastest rate in nearly 40 years. Again, he's cheating. He's using the sickness thing when everything was shut down. 2 of the strongest years of small business applications in history. Yeah, because we've had the most businesses go under. Record just decreased in deficit. How? When you give $100 billion to another country, how's this possible?
Well, now I saw on something today.
The fastest gas prices declined in 8 years.
Declined where?
How do you figure this? When it was like $2.20 a gallon.
What?
Went up to $6 a gallon.
Now it's back
Then goes back down to
$3.20 a gallon.
It's about $3.70 now.
Okay.
Annual
320 here.
inflation down for 6 months.
Every damn thing is just like him. It's a damn lie. Every time he opens up his mouth, it's a lie.
Oh boy.
I know
But
what
now-
I know what's not a lie. Me starting my stream in 5 minutes, so I'm gonna start.
Out. 101 out. Bye. Adios. Buenas noches.
Bye. I had to finish it.
Well, now I saw a news clip today. I believe it was a news clip. And it stated that the biggest majority of the people that do not have jobs is the ones who did not finish high school because won't nobody hire them. Now, if that's the case, why don't they drop some damn rules? Because I'm almost positive there's going to be people like that who's wanting jobs, who's wanting to put food on their table, who's not wanting to say, well, I'm going to start at $25 an hour or I'm not taking it.
I never had a problem with it. I never did the high school diploma or anything like that.
I didn't either.
I went and got my GED, but
that is the only thing. That's the only reason I got disability. It's because I did not finish high school. I did not have a diploma. And if I had a diploma, there was tons of jobs I could have got. And that's a shame.
yeah,
I'm not saying that's true in every case, but mine it was.
yeah, I never had trouble getting work. Always went from one job to other.
Yeah. Well, now I'll tell you something about that here in a little bit, but not on there.
The only thing that happened to me is getting nerve damage to my arm whenever I was working machine operator, and I was in the machine digging out tums. The tums got stuck up in there, and the lady said, I said clear, which means she started it up.
Oh, hell.
And my hand was in there and it got drug all the way in there and ripped the skin off of it and actually created damage. Whenever I squeeze my hand, it'll go numb all the way down to my elbow.
Damn.
And then on top of it, my leg. So that's why I'm drawing disability. Because they actually had to pull the muscle down and flip it over to sew it onto the top part of the muscle.
Good God.
So whenever I'm on my feet for a long time, it'll bulge up like a knot right there. And make it extremely hard to walk.
So,
yep. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks mods and members and all you guys for what you do. And we'll be heading over to 101s if you guys want to check us out over there. Thursday, we'll be over at Jeff's.
Yes.
And I have not heard back from some guests that I've got lined up. So once I find out, then I'll post more about that. I've got quite a few guests that I'm talking to. So we will catch you on the next one, guys. And I'll leave it with this.